Families in America have changed a lot over the last several decades. So why are we so worried about these changes? Because the story we're told is there's only one way to be a good family. Meet someone, fall in love, get married, have children, and live happily ever after until death do you part, in that order. The nuclear option. And there's nothing wrong with this story. It may look like your family. Statistically, it probably doesn't, but it might. For too long, the nuclear option has been sold as an American tradition and the only story worth telling. But is this type of family really an American tradition? Not so much. For most of our history, marriage was primarily an economic rather than romantic arrangement. In the agricultural era, for example, men sought wives to work alongside them and to have lots of kids, who would become farmhands as well. Enslaved people weren't even allowed to legally marry or keep their families together because they were considered property. And that 1950s traditional nuclear family we hear so much about? It turns out that even for white middle-class housewives for whom it was available, being dependent on a husband for financial support and social respectability wasn't all that great. Just like so many things have evolved in America, so too has the family. So what do our families really look like today? Most of us live in different types of households over the course of our lives with many different people. Much of the love and connection we need comes from our friends and community, or doesn't require a marriage license. Many of us still get married and have kids, but not necessarily in that order. None of this is bad. What's bad is our country's refusal to evolve alongside families and support them as they are. So who is telling us that something is wrong? That our families are broken? Conservative groups who spend hundreds of millions of dollars to push their version of family values, and all the pundits who echo them. It's time to tell different stories. Truer stories about families in America. Stories of people and families that reflect and celebrate all of us. Visit FamilyStoryProject.org to get the real story about families today.